Welcome to Season 2 of Solopreneur Success Strategies. This is Jane Gardner, and we are going to be talking about home business startup. And we're going to be talking about starting, running, and growing your own home business, whether offline or on. Monday is all about mindset, of course. Tuesday is all about starting a home biz. Wednesday is about selling, sales, and your customer. Thursday is going to be about running your home biz, and Friday will be growing your home business. Saturday is all about putting systems in your business, and Sunday is all about strategy. So subscribe to this daily podcast to help you start, run, and grow your home biz. For more information, go to bo8hb.com. Getting set up to be in home business. Starting it. Having a home business. You've decided, you've looked into it, you think you can make it. Well, let's have a look at some of the essentials for any home business model. No matter what kind of home business you're starting, there is always some things that need to be set up beforehand. It's not a pleasant experience to get started and then discover later there are some essentials that you need immediately but never set up. It also ends up turning into an extra unexpected expense that you could do without. For example, do you have space that you can use as an office? You need a good place to work, and the kitchen table isn't going to cut it. The best workplace is stealed away from your daily life. If you can, set up an office room. Make sure it's comfortable. It should be a place you want to spend hours of time. You'll need a computer with reliable internet connection and a phone. There are providers online that you can set up with your own 800 number and other goodies like voicemail for the phone at reasonable rates. And now with the internet, you can do lots of Skyping or Hangouts or any kinds of ways to connect with people, either face-to-face or, of course, audio. So also stock up on all the basic software you'll need depending on the business you're planning. Now, of course, one of the most important things is becoming an entity. You need to become a legal entity. Decide whether you're going to be a company that will be a sole proprietorship or an LLC, which is a limited liability company, or a corporation. The main difference is who has control. With a sole proprietorship, you're the owner and company in one. And LLC, limited liability company, separates the business from the owner, and a corporation is run by a board of directors. If you want to make all of the decisions yourself, be a sole proprietorship. If you think you may someday sell the business or pass it on to someone else, choose to be an LLC or corporation. Do your research and get advice from a lawyer or tax accountant to help you determine which is best for you and your business model. Now, how are you going to get paid and how are you going to pay? If you're going to be selling anything, you need to decide which payment method you'll use. You'll need some type of merchant account. This is a third party that processes payments for you. It can be an online provider like PayPal, a credit card company, a bank, or another provider. If you accept credit cards, you need to be PCI compliant. PCI stands for Payment Card Industry, and it's a standard for handling credit card information. And there's, of course, if you're using payment credit cards on a website, you have to make sure that the website is secure so that people are confident putting their credit card information in there. And we'll be talking about at another time on that. So now you've also finally got to figure out working out your budget. Calculate to the best of your ability your projected income and expenses. It's tough to know when you haven't started yet and don't have a track record, so set goals and have a backup plan. Try to realistically estimate expenses and always assume that you'll make less and spend more. The important thing is to be organized and write down every penny you spend or take in. After a month or so, you'll just start to get a realistic picture of how you're doing. And then, of course, you need to track your finances. You'll need a system for tracking your finances, so keep your business and personal accounts separate. Once you've set up your legal entity, that legal entity can certainly have a separate checking account for your business. You just take your legal information like your business number or your limited liability corporation papers, etc., to set up a separate checking account for your business. Write down a memo of every transaction and what it's for. Software programs can help you with this. You can use you will have to learn a little bit about bookkeeping in order to do that, although there are ones that are run like a checking account, very familiar to what you're doing now. You're just working with it differently. But anyway, you have to create a filing system for your documents and keep everything in labeled folders. You should also have some way to check your finances at a glance, such as using an Excel spreadsheet for easy reference. Finally, there's one important thing many new entrepreneurs don't consider. Make sure you have a plan B. You have great stories about how people sacrificed everything to start their business and succeeded. You don't often hear the stories about people who lose everything. Always know what you're going to do if it doesn't work out. So, are you going to maybe go and find yourself a job? Are you going to work at your business part-time and keep a job at the same time just so that you have some kind of finances coming in as you start up? Or what's the plan B if you lose most of the money and your business doesn't get started? Do you have another skill that you can use to make some money while you're working on your business and finding out if it's going to work? So these are some of the things you have to consider when you're starting out a home business. There's certainly others, so we've mentioned it on separate shows about some of the things you need to think about, especially if you're in a local area for your business, such as whether or not you're allowed to have a home business in your home in the area zone that you are in, etc. So think about these various things, and we'll get back to you next time again about starting up your home business. Well, I hope that will give you some ideas to implement in your own business. And if you want more, go to boahb.com and subscribe.